Dave Burkhardt. I'm a captain with the Prince William County Police Department. I'm returning your phone call.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Good.
Okay. Dave, I'm a relative of Mustafa Al-Jazari's, and I'm also an advocate. I'm trying to help my family on the case. And they received a letter from Chief Newsham, and I just wanted you to explain that letter to me a little bit. It was kind of like there wasn't a lot of explanation in the letter. Just basically, I know what the corresponding letter said, and what my cousins wrote in that letter to the Internal Affairs about what was falsified in the report. But the letter that the chief wrote back was not very informative.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word I was looking for. So I'm calling for a couple things. I'm calling to talk to you about the letter. And I'm also calling to talk to you and ask you, does this mean Mustafa's coming home? Because if they, found that, why would they waste taxpayer dollars to do a trial? So
let me answer the second question first. I think that, just so I can address that, the complaint, the concern that was raised was not a criminal concern. What we investigated is an administrative investigation. I don't have any authority to release anybody. That would be outside of my authority. My job is to investigate things that are administrative. This investigation was an administrative investigation, and I just can't release specifics on an internal investigation on an internal personal matter. And that the letter is our response letter that comes from the police department with these kind of investigations.
Okay, well, I still don't understand that. I mean, because they obviously responded to a specific letter that was written as well. You guys did. And it was very, I think, informative of why we were saying that there was a falsification of the report. So is that what they found? Is that what this letter that Chief Newsham wrote us based upon?
Ma'am, I think that's what I'm trying to explain to you. When we conduct an administrative investigation, that's a personnel matter, and those internal personnel matters are not releasable. The details of those internal personnel matters are not releasable. And I just can't discuss the details of that case.
Well, so how are we supposed to know what the chief meant by that? We can't get him on the phone, and the only people we got on the phone was you. I mean, the police, we know, falsified the report, crushed and staged the vehicle, the dash cam audio was muted, edited. I mean, there's a lot of questions that we have. If you can't answer those questions, I understand about the administrative part, but, we have the audio. We know what was said in that dash cam video. And we have the audio of what what Mr. Drum said.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will tell you this, that you can rest assured that the very minor administrative errors that were uncovered have been addressed and won't have an impact on the criminal charges.
They won't have an impact?
No. Other than that, I can't discuss the details of the case.
So you're saying what he did was minor?
Who did?
What Mr. Drum did was minor?
Ma'am, I'm not going to get into specifics. I will.
You just stated that it was minor.
I've made it. I've told.
It's not minor. Case like this.
Ma'am, I said very minor administrative errors were uncovered and addressed.
Again, you're saying minor, but we have...
You're right. You're correct. I am.
Okay, we have proof that this is not minor to lie about something in an investigation, and we have that body cam. Was that addressed?
Ma'am, I'm not going to discuss those details with you. I've answered your questions.
I don't think you... I'm still very confused.
You may disagree with my answer, or may not like.
I don't even understand your answer. I don't even understand it. What was? There's nothing minor if somebody falsified a report. And in the letter that the chief wrote us, there was nothing specific either.
And we've released what we can release in this case, in this administrative
They released
investigation.
nothing. They released nothing. They just said that there was an investigation and that there was a correction. They didn't talk about the lies. They didn't talk about what we called you about, what we had you guys investigate. And I'm still not hearing you talk about the body cam, what was heard on the body cam.
It's because I'm not going to discuss the details of the administrative investigation.
That's for trial.
There's two investigations that go on. There's an administrative investigation based on the letter that we received, and then there's also the criminal case that's going on. I am not speaking to the criminal case right now.
Are they
doing any evidence or anything that? I'm sorry.
Are they doing an investigation on the criminal case?
Yes. There is a criminal case and criminal investigation.
I mean, he did say that Mustafa argued when Mustafa never said that. I'm stumped right now to understand really what's going on, and the letter was so evasive. Okay, so when will the criminal investigation be finished? I mean, and have they heard the audio? Do you need the audio?
Ma'am, I don't. The criminal investigation has nothing to do with the letter that was sent out or this administrative case. I can't comment on the criminal case. I'm not involved in the criminal case.
But you just said there was a criminal investigation, right?
There are criminal charges and criminal investigation occurred. Yes.
I mean, are you guys, Internal Affairs, investigating anything with that?
Who investigating who? Maybe I'm confused. I don't understand.
This is a little
asking who. Internal Affairs is not investigating any criminal charges. We don't investigate criminal charges. We investigate administrative cases within the police.
So then, okay, so I think that's criminal if somebody falsifies a report against a person. Like that in itself is a crime. So in trial, they have to battle that. So the letter that we got, there's really no answers to, is what I'm saying. Like, we don't have any information as to what. I mean, are they saying to wait till trial to hear that, or what?
Well, ma'am, I've answered you the best I can. I'm giving you all the information I can.
I mean, honestly, I don't mean to sound rude, but I don't feel like you gave me any information because I'm still stumped. I don't understand what the letter means. It's like a 3-line letter saying that it's been taken care of. What has been taken care of?
Ma'am, I've answered your question the best I can, and frankly, you don't have any standing in the administrative case. You have no standing. You didn't file the complaint. You're not the victim. You have no standing in the administrative case.
Well, we know that he really.
And I've answered your questions the best I can.
Okay, can I ask you one last question? So, if they're going to still continue with a trial, is he available to go home and wait on a home monitoring? Because they had already previously okayed him for that.
Ma'am, you're asking the wrong person. You would have to ask that's conditions of his incarceration, or that I have no knowledge of, and you're asking the wrong person.
And
I don't know that answer.
Were you aware of the other things that were filed in the court recently where Amy Ashworth made a statement about the brother going in and buying an AR-15 with 1,000 rounds and then recanted that?
I'm not aware of any of that.
Yeah, see, it's okay for them to make all these false allegations, and nobody investigates that. So who do we go to for that? Because I've had just about enough with all this corruption down there. It's disgusting.
Okay. If you have concerns about the conditions of his incarceration, Does he have an attorney who can advocate for that?
He does have an attorney, but I'm gonna get the community involved in this. This is ridiculous. They know that drum lied. We got the audio. There's no way to say that he was right. That was not minor. To lie on a person and get them incarcerated is a crime. That is not minor. But we'll deal with that when the time comes.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you for speaking today. Have a good day.
Take care.